Hi, this is Isabelle Litzler, Pleiad HC, the place to be to develop your skills and grow your potential. So I will start a series today about networking, a 3-part series, because I realize this is something a lot of people are still getting questions on. They're very confused about it. They don't know how to do it properly. So I wanted to make 3 videos on this very topic. And the first video today is going to cover, which is for me the first stage of networking, in-person networking. So my 3 stages of networking is really the in-person meeting, then the follow-up by email, and finally the phone call or, talking on the phone. So today I want to cover this first part, which is really important, is the in-person meeting. So the first tip I want to give you about meeting people for networking for professional reasons is to find the places that you enjoy going to. So I will post my blog again below where I talk about where to go to network in Switzerland, but don't limit yourself to what I give you. You can also find the slightest places to network. It could be a restaurant, it could be a party that's going on because you love it and there's a great event going on near your town, or even a dancing event or a ski event. Anything, anywhere where you meet people is value, because you never know who you're going to bump into. And I've met a lot of candidates of mine, a lot of people looking for work, who met really senior level skiing. I mean, skiing is definitely a good place to meet. Everyone is going there in Switzerland during the winter. So if you want to grow your network, that's a good place. So skiing is one of them. But really don't discriminate on events. Some of them could really bring you value as long as you have the time and you book it in your agenda. It's always going to bring you value. So that's number 1. Number 2, you're going to say, well, what do I do once I'm at the meeting? I'm unemployed. What do I say? I don't have a pitch ready. Well, pitching in my view is really strange when you're unemployed, because I realize if you're, for example, an entrepreneur and you have a startup, I can understand pitching your concept. But when you're looking for work, you have to keep a little bit of an open mindset. So you want to present yourself as someone that can bring value to individuals. So don't worry so much about what your job is or what you're looking for, because you don't know what the person in front of you is expecting. I mean, you're just going out there to meet people. So now when I go networking, I don't have an agenda in mind. I'm just there to go and see a topic or hear a conference or understand more about a topic, but I'm not going there with specific people I want to meet. So really go out there with an open mind. So that's tip number 2, is really to keep an open mind and don't necessarily prepare for anything, but be very observant of the person in front of you. So you should catch, is the person interested in what I'm talking about? Are they looking elsewhere? Are they trying to get away? So trying to get some tips, on what's going on there. So that's number 2. Number 3 is really go out there prepared. So I cannot even tell you, when I go to meetings, very rarely people have their business card on them. And I'm talking about people looking for work. I'm not talking about people who have a job. But just because you don't have a job doesn't mean you shouldn't have a card. I mean, you could have a personal card with just your name, maybe the industry where you're working or you've worked in the past years. If you're completely confused or you're going through career transition where you want to change jobs, just having your name on there with your details is enough. So just make sure you leave something so that the person who gets your card can add you on LinkedIn or can follow up with you, or even keep your card and say, oh, I know this person. So always leave a trace. I mean, people may not remember your face, but if they have your card, that's a trace that you're leaving behind. So always find a way to get a card printed for networking events. Tip number 4 is go out there and at least network with 2 or 3 people if you're going to an event. So the pitfall sometimes is that you meet someone, they talk to you forever, and you don't really have a chance to talk to other people. So make it a habit where after a few minutes you excuse yourself nicely and you move on to the next person. You can just say, hi, it was great meeting you. I just want to make my rounds before I leave. Let's stay in touch. I'll talk to you soon. That's enough. And you go to the next person and you try to get a business card there. So again, go out there really open-minded and don't go out there just saying, hi, I'm so-and-so, I do this and I'm looking for work. That would be the worst presentation. You want to go out there to understand the person in front of you. Hi, I'm so-and-so. What about you? What's your name? What did you like tonight about the party or about the presentation? Always open with something neutral, and always try to learn about the person first, because then you can easily move the conversation forward. So that's how you network when you're in an in-person meeting. And then when you get home and you have all these business cards, what I do is I immediately add people on LinkedIn with a nice message. Hi, it was nice meeting you. Enjoyed our conversation. Would love to have you on my LinkedIn network. Very short, very brief. You don't need to write a lot. You can't anyway on LinkedIn. And then you just add people in your network. And if you do this every week and you have 3 contacts every week, you multiply that by 4, that's 12 people you've added in 1 month. And that's going to bring you a lot more value than having one person every other week. You start really getting some traction. So that's how you start your networking with your contacts in person. So next week I will talk about then how do you work out LinkedIn. I talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.